Hello everyone. In this video we're gonna learn how to make a 1/4-20 hexagonal coupling nut. So in order to do that, let's extrude a hexagonal sketch. So click on sketch, choose polygon, make your hexagon, and then let's start dimensioning it. So if you go ahead and refer to drawings online, the hex length is usually 3/8 of an inch. So once we're done that, go ahead and click OK. And you notice that my sketch is still underdefined. So what we're going to do is, the reason it's underdefined is because it's rotating like this. And it's a good engineering practice to have everything defined properly. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and make this corner and the origin horizontal in relation to each other. So that fully defines my sketch. So I can go ahead and proceed with the extrusion process. Let's extrude. Let's do a mid-plane extrude so that each side is symmetric. And let's choose the coupling nut length to be 7/8 of an inch. It can be whatever arbitrary dimension you like. So once we're done with that, go ahead and click OK. Now you can see that our coupling nut is starting to come together. Now all we need is a 1/4-20 hole in the middle. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to make a hole using the hole wizard. If you can't find this, all you have to do is go to the search bar, choose commands, and then choose hole wizard. And it will be the first option that pops up. So go ahead and click on that, and then you can select the type of hole you want to make. So for the standard, I'm going to choose ANSI inch, and for the hole type, let's just choose hole, right? This guy. And for the type, I'm going to use a tap drill because I'll be tapping after I drill the hole. And for the size, I'm going to choose 1/4-20. And the end condition is going to be through all. So the hole that I make, which is by selecting positions right here, it'll ask you to choose a face. I'm going to choose this face, and the origin is going to be my center point. So once I do that, you can see that I get a small preview of what my hole is going to look like, and it's going to be through all. And once I'm done with that, I click OK, and you can see that my hole has been made. Now after that, I need to make threads in here. So in order to do that, Solidworks has the thread feature, the threading feature. And if you can't find it again, just go to the search bar, search for thread, and the first one that pops up is what you need. Over here you can see that Solidworks requires you to have a thread location. Now since we made that hole before, we're going to choose that as our location. And it will ask you for an end condition, which is revolutions or up to selection. I usually like to choose revolutions. Let's make this 25 revs, and you can see that in the thread preview, the threads are poking out the hexagonal part, which is okay, which is not a big deal. But at the top, you can see that my threads don't start at the beginning of this circle. So what I'm going to do for that is choose the offset option and click reverse direction and make sure that my threads start way above the part. And over here I'm choosing it to start 0.1 inches above the top of the surface, or top of my selected contour shown in blue here. So that way you have clean looking threads. Now for the specs of the threads, I'm going to choose an inch tap. If you were making external threads, you would choose inch die. And for the size, it's going to be a 1/4 just according to the hole that you made before. The thread method is going to be cut threads because you're going to cut a portion of the hexagonal stock part that you just made. And it's going to be a right-handed thread. The rest of the options can be left to the default settings. So go ahead and click OK, and you can see that your threads have been made. Now if you look at the front section view, you can see that my threads look perfect here. Let's go ahead and exit the section view. Now the only problem we have is usually your coupling nuts have some sort of chamfer around the edge. So let's go ahead and make that. I'm going to choose the top face, make a sketch on it, make a circle. Make sure the diameter or the radius of the circle coincides with the circumscribed circle hexagon diameter. Click OK. Once you have that, let's try and fully define the sketch. Select this point right here and the circle, make it coincident, and you can see that my sketch is fully defined now. So once you have your circle, we're going to choose extrude cut, and we're going to choose blind, and the depth of cut is going to be 0.03. It's just a number that I chose. You can make it whatever you want it to be. And we're going to draft our cut outwards 45 degrees. Let's flip side of cut so that we cut the edges. And you can see the preview. It's starting to look like what we want it to be. So go ahead and click OK. And your first side is done. Repeat the process on the other side. Quickly go ahead and draw a circle. Click on features, click extrude cut, click blind, flip side to cut, and draft outwards, click OK. Solidworks usually saves settings from the previous cut that I made, so that's why I was pretty quick over here. So there you have it, that's your coupling nut. Hope this tutorial was helpful. If you would like to see more videos, or if you have suggestions, please leave them in the comments and let me know what you want to see next. Please like, subscribe, and share.